Nothing reaches the core of the American spirit better than our game of football. And no one reflects the spirit of protecting our nation more than the American soldier. In tribute to their service and sacrifice, the NFL and the disabled American veterans salute those who defend our country. I'm James Brown, and this is The Great American Team. The warriors of the gridiron never forget the men and women whose sacrifices preserve our way of life. NFL coaches and players traveled to Iraq and Afghanistan to show their appreciation to the men and women serving in harm's way.
What we're basically trying to do is say thank you to the men and women who provide us at home the ability to sleep under the blanket of freedom.
To have NFL coaches take their time to come here to visit our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines, it's really important for them to know that they're concerned about them. They want to take their free time and come over and say hello.
We're here with the 1st Cavalry. They got off duty at noon. Found out, as Coach Coughlin just said, they found out that we were going to be here. They ran over here after doing their duty, wearing 72-pound packs in 125-degree heat. All of them soaked to the gills. I don't want to hear from our players during training camp that it's too hot. You hear that, fellas? It is not too hot. We're going to work. These young men and women are amazing.
It means a lot. They're away from their families, and I know a lot of these guys get training camp coming up soon. They have schedules to meet, and it means a lot that they took time out of their schedule to come over and visit us.
Back in the States, NFL players visit military bases to give the troops a lift and get a taste of military training.
This year we wanted to get together and we wanted the Seahawks players to experience the Army. And what we did was we took 13 of our units, 14 of our units, and we split the team up, and the players were able to experience a day in the life of a soldier. And what a great day it's been.
This experience here, I got so much respect for them. They're definitely in my prayers, and I wish them the best.
What we do is easy compared to what they do. You know, you take things for granted at times, you know, and once you come out here, you realize that, look, you can't take things for granted. We got people putting their lives on the line, and we're just out here, you know, performing for people on Sundays and trying to make them happy. So you get a different perspective.
NFL players and coaches also show their appreciation by visiting sick and disabled veterans at VA and military hospitals. Sometimes the best medicine is a handshake and a smile. Even the mascots get involved. The NFL works with the disabled American veterans to make sure our disabled veterans are never forgotten. These injured soldiers from Walter Reed Army Medical Center received a special invitation to visit an NFL training camp to get an up-close look at the players and the game.
I think it's awesome for just letting us come out here and just be a part of it.
I was hurt in Mosul, Iraq. I got hit by a roadside bomb doing a dismounted patrol and shattered the whole bottom of my leg where it had to get rebuilt. I feel very blessed. I was 6 feet away from the explosion when it went off, and I was able to walk away from it. Well, not walk away from it, but I'm here to walk now. I just think it's a really good thing that they're doing to help the wounded soldiers, especially being at Walter Reed. There's just a lot of things that soldiers go through, and this is just kind of a break so they forget everything.
Yeah, I've been hit about 11 times or so with, you know, small roadside bombs or RPGs and stuff like that. It's, you know, I got beat up pretty bad over there. But I'm still in one piece, so that's all, you know.
Sometimes you think that really nobody cares, but there are people out there that really do care what happens to you once you come back. So it's a good feeling to know that there's units out there or groups that worry about, you know, what we do when we come back.
Be out on the field with the players and the coaches, it was just unbelievable.
Hey, you guys know we try to be a team here, right? And we try to have each other's back. Nobody does it better than you guys, and we know you guys are the best of the best. So thanks for coming. I know our players want to stick around and talk to you a little bit.
Thank you. That's right, a little bit.
No problem. Nice to meet you. Appreciate it. I just want to thank y'all guys for allowing us to come in. We really appreciate it, man. It's been times I didn't know if I was going to be back home, you know? And to be back here in front of all y'all guys, man, it's truly a blessing. I just want to thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Veterans need access to quality health care. NFL teams work with the DAV and medical professionals to create free health fairs for veterans and their families.
Well, the Washington Redskins, along with a couple of organizations such as GlaxoSmithKline, have gotten together and they're providing free health screenings for veterans throughout this whole Washington, D.C. metro area. And we've partnered along with them as a veteran service organization. And along with the health screenings, we're also providing the veterans with free transportation back and forth from the nearby metro station so they can have access to here for those veterans who aren't able to drive to the facility, as well as we're also providing through our mobile service vehicle what we call disability claims benefits at work, or outreach for the veterans in case they have any issues. What we've gone ahead and done is mailed out flyers to all the veterans in the area, and we've told them to come along, not just for the health screening, but to come on over and talk to our service staff. We have inside 2 national service officers plus 1 on the side, and we're just trying to capture a lot of the veterans in this area who otherwise couldn't come to any of our offices, and we were able to provide them some of the benefit work that they need.
We wanted to collaborate to offer something of value to veterans, and we thought what better value than getting a better idea of your own health and a great day with the family.
This is very exciting. One of the things I've noticed here is that at our table up front, a lot of our veterans are stopping by, and we're clarifying some of their concerns in regards to their entitlements to their health care benefits. The other thing that I noticed at this event is there are a lot of families here. Oftentimes when we think of veterans, we only think of the soldier, the he or the she. In this case, one of the things we realized, the family is as important piece of the whole veteran experience. The veterans come back home, doesn't matter if they came back home 10 years, 10 days, or 20 years. It's very important that the family is connected with that veteran, and that all the services and the activities that we have for our veterans are uniting together within a family unit.
My son plays football, and I wanted to bring him out here to see what it's like over here in the Redskins locker room.
The screening involves screening for diabetes, testing for diabetes, prostate cancer, osteoporosis, blood pressure, grip, and other educational information. The common denominator is to care for the veteran, to ensure that no veteran is left behind or falls through the gaps.
America comes together each year for the Super Bowl celebration. These seriously injured Marines were guests of the NFL and Cleveland Browns for the big game.
Today we're going to have about approximately 40 wounded Marines. They belong to the Wounded Warrior Regiment. They all share a common bond in that they have all been combat wounded either in Iraq or Afghanistan.
From the moment they arrived, the Marines were treated like celebrities, and no one was more deserving.
I was shot through the head from the Battle of Fallujah to Baghdad. I died 5 times.
The hardest transition, I think, is when you're wounded, you leave your unit and you leave your team. It's very difficult to be wounded. The injury itself is not, it's low on the level of problems. So the idea was have some esprit de corps and help the guys, together, be together and help each other fight the fight.
Good to be in the Super Bowl. Can't wait for the game to start.
It's wonderful. It's weird being back home, but when you're back home with your Marines, especially the wounded ones, you pick up where you left off. It's a camaraderie that you just can't even explain it.
It's like a dream come true. I can't believe it. It feels like I'm shaking, and it's just, I love it.
I got injured August 7th, 2007. Got blown up by a roadside bomb. And I lost my sight. The environment alone is great. You just feel the vibe of our people, and it's a great feeling, amazing to be out here.
It's been like one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life.
Really appreciate it. I've been treated like heroes here.
For these wounded warriors, the price of admission to the Super Bowl was much higher than the cost of a ticket.
The Wounded Warrior Regiment called me up and asked me to go. I told her, why even ask the question? Definitely to go. I was shot in Iraq by a sniper about 10 days before coming home. and it hit the 5th, 6th, and shattered the 7th vertebrae, and that's what left me in the chair. This is like probably one of the most exciting events of my life.
I was injured September 23rd of 2006 by an IED blast that I had stepped on. I'm missing the chunk to my arm. I got multiple injuries on my insides. I broke my back in multiple places, missing my right leg all the way up to the hip. I have no glute. My abs are cadaver. My legs all destroyed. Knee was blown out, ankle. And I'm missing a big chunk to my hip, my left hip. And I got a partial plate in the back of my head. And then being able to get an opportunity of a lifetime and be at a Super Bowl and still be here, it's a little overwhelming.
The national anthem before the game has special significance for these courageous Americans.
Chalk one up off the bucket list, definitely.
Football is a tough and rugged game. Every week in the season, there are victories to be won and sacrifices to be made. But nothing compares to the battles our service members and disabled veterans face every day.
I don't regret any of it. I'd do it all over again.
I would do it again in a heartbeat.
No individual can win the game. You can't do it yourself. There's no way. You got to have somebody that's together, all together, and it's amazing what it does.
Without their courage and sacrifice, football and all the freedoms we enjoy would simply not exist. The NFL and the Disabled American Veterans salute all members of our armed forces, past and present. The great American team.
1, 2, 3. God bless America!